head on the road and all this kind of stuff, but no disclaimer, here it goes. This is not a potluck dinner. Neither is it a venue for you to come and connect your dots and blow up spots of chicken heads and netty dreads and find it hard to mimic, well, what she called them strong words. And I find it quite perverse when you would go home and rehearse your pen to a page, hoping to step on the stage, hoping to engage some pigeon who's probably itching to peck your pecker because she ain't got no respect for herself and could probably care less about your lyrical pieces. Wow. This here thesis was wrote for one, to prove that there are still some who shoot off guns just for fun and they can't see the sun rising and falling on this here call and they keep on stalling like that little red, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can engine because you pretending you hear me.
Come on.
When clearly some of you are the Judases who chew this here fat that we max every Thursday. And Lord have mercy if I have to name some names. But if so, let it rain, because this ain't no personal thing. I'm all about business. Poetry is who I am. This is how I live. And you give it a bad rap when you use it to tap ass or make some flashy appearances. When your experiences should not reflect those of superstars, but of teachers who work long and hard to educate on whatever levels their brainwaves are taking in. So listen, if this ain't your mission, then why touch the mic?
Hey.
Y'all still love me?
Yes.
Yeah, y'all gonna send me home on the Greyhound bus, ain't you? I might need some place to stay tonight. In my poetry career, I've seen a lot of stuff. As Huggy Bear said, I'm part of an eclectic group of poets called Black on Black Rhyme Back Talk. I said back talk. And in being with them, I learned the concept of blood, water, and women. Which means that everybody whose family ain't blood. Sometimes it's just those who offer you water. And the strongest people that you can turn to in your family are the women. So this is what my family has taught me. And in that note, it's hard for poetry venues to stay open because people don't like to listen to each other. It's hard for poetry venues to stay open because people don't like to listen to each other. And everywhere I go, when there's an open mic, most of the notorious or in-house or famous poets, they don't stay and sit down and listen to the open mic. They stand outside and commune among each other, not knowing that they need to hear what the children, the next generation is going to bring. And to know when and where to shape it so that they can also be part of that movement that's going on. It's called ancestral living. So we have a responsibility, and especially as black people, to shape our future with the people who come before us. We need to know what they are doing. So in that essence, I wrote this for my Black on Black Rhyme family, but it goes to every venue that wants to stay open more than a year, more than 5 years. Black on Black Rhyme in Tallahassee has been going 18 years straight. We have never had to close down a venue or move somewhere else. Another thing is, when y'all see a venue shut down, there's no such thing as quit in poetry. All you have to do is open up your house. Where there's word, there's life. That's how churches survive. How do you think they get on every corner? They're afraid of shutting down, so they help somebody else open a church next door just in case they can't pay the rent next month. Okay? All right, so in that, y'all might consider me too preachy, but I'll get to some of the stuff you like in a minute. But this piece is called Black on Black Rhyme Flip Side. Heed this, breathe this, believe this. And then sneeze this breeze on your family, see. We can no longer afford to whore around with foxes, for we as rabbits know that the day have come when some won't keep playing deaf and dumb to this thing you got going on. And soon they'll be using their two ends to connect and expect you not to stick your hand out. Or not to stick a hand up to remove their cups from your lips, forbidding them to sip on your juices. And I know you're used to these four walls that brought in booty calls from all who thought this was just an eat up, meet up, drop draws, causing our pause if you got lost in that sauce. My plight tonight is to open your eyes to the light, to expose what's wrong and allow you to set it right. I'm asking that you poets check yourself. Mind, body, spirit, and soul. See if you uphold the creed that should bleed from your mentality like blood through your veins, because like grass needs rain, we need you. And just as those long ago photos of Uncle Sam talking about he want all these Americans, this goes out to my African American descents of kings and queens, because it seems that our visions and dreams lies in your eyes, rotates in your mind, dangles in your space, waiting for you to face up to the task at hand. Hell no, why wait on another man to run away with your ideas? I'm sincere when I say your fears are valid, but should not invade or persuade you to downplay what you've started. What's been imparted into your dome that got you on roam every Monday through Sunday, and like verses, they come to you like mosquitoes in the night, biting into your brain, drawing out your pains, leaving this itchy sting reminding your being that you've been touched by some form of understanding, and that itch is demanded that you scratch and heal the affected areas of your Black America, so that we all can move with ease. We don't always agree, but we believe that we've tapped into ourselves to well display our shells of surety, causing others to look at us in a different light. One that is black, one that got their shit together on time and intact, one that will not lack education, one that will not lack information, one that will not continue to believe the regurgitation of lies and alibis that tend to pacify our grace with cause and excuses, denying the truth, which is truth be told, it was just fear that drove them cold hands and cold hearts, that drove them whips with chip glass attaching to our black backs, that keep doing drive-bys on our past, leaving frantic eyes of racial injustice, stemming from black on black poverty. Got our black on black minds forgetting the sovereignty and all. And to this I call on every truth. Back talk. I'm asking you to set loose the truth and dare them to dispute what's all in happened to you. I'm challenging you to do what you've already been chosen to do. And if you're not feeling this rendition of my poetic commission, then damn it, don't listen, because I'm not talking. This rendition of my poetic commission, then damn it, don't listen, because I'm not talking to you. Why not leave sports to entertainment and attend to this thing here you've got? Because right now, it's hot on the market and right on target with every black author and comedian. And again, I must remind you that exploitation was the tool they used to subdue us. That exploitation was the tool they used to subdue us. That exploitation was the tool that they used to subdue us. But you just best trust that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I plan to capitalize on their dollars until it all makes sense to me. And to my family, don't get this songbird's words twisted wrong. They were meant to curl to your black backs, to support your black spines, because it's time that your black on black rhymes chime the bells of education, supply information by whatever highway available that will end you up in destination achieved. Come on. And believe me, I like my cheese without the crackers. But if sometimes I have to scoop up their crumbs to enable this truth to make a change, then you holler at a sister, because you best believe I'm with you. And if you don't guess to get the gist that I spit in this fit, then I'll just quit the bullshit and spell it out. I'm talking to you who are selling out on your family. You perpetrate disciples when you really are thieves or wannabes. And it's time that we're gone. And it's time that we use this tool of spoon words to let it be heard over the universe that there are no longer shackles on our feet, chains on our brains. Just an occasional pale face who tries to intimidate us. Believe me, you can fuck him over without becoming a token nigga. And that's by producing decimals and figures to fund our festivals of truth, which enables our youth to speak clearly, not fearing what others say or think or bring to our tables. Because see, they're still not able to understand this mission. They got them wishing that their skin was a little bit darker, pens was a little bit sharper, game a little bit smarter as they continue to borrow the youth in us, that tells the truth about us, that concentrates this goddamn juice in us. And I must warn you that the days are upon you when our names will be known where famous people go. See, we headed for a mission that they told us was impossible. And if you don't believe me, then I suggest you take a deep cup. Because like my told Gina, we about to blow the fuck up.
All right.
And for those of you who keep paying dollars to sip on this juice, I can suggest you sit up those doors and watch for those lights. Because we're going to give you a whole lot more. Because yesterday we remembered that we are the light. It's our time to shine. And if you don't ever remember my name, just remember you are the black on black crime. Flip side.